boards in shopping malls.
Hey, good evening and welcome to Wednesday. It was sad not being here last week. I really did miss this. So sorry I had to bail on you last week, but really glad to be back. I'll tell you a little later, I'll tell you what happened last week and something kind of cool that I was involved in. But first, if you saw the promotion, as we tried to do, let people know, we have a really, really great guest on tonight. Her name is Chrissy Ukulele. Her name's not really Chrissy Ukulele, but her name is Christina Hogarth. She goes by Chrissy Ukulele, and she is here with us. You heard her songs playing. So she's got just a really cool style and a very cool sound. So we're going to be doing a few different things tonight. She is. One is doing an original song. One's kind of showing you some techniques with the uke, and then leading a play along. So with that, I'll tell you a little bit more about Chris. Well, let me do that right now. Original songs, lots of original songs. So her website was listed on the countdown screen that you saw. For the last 10 minutes, if you logged on and saw that. But when we do festivals, Chrissy does festivals, workshops, and we'll talk a little bit more about some workshops a little later. And she's even working on a movie score, and she can probably tell you a little bit about that. But with that said, I want to introduce you. If you don't know Chrissy, I want to introduce you to Chrissy. So Chrissy, welcome. And thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thanks for the invite.
Yes. So, as many of you can already see, Chrissy is not from around here. You can hear that in her voice. So you hail from Australia, yes?
Yes, from Melbourne.
Okay, so from Melbourne.
Melbourne has a very thriving ukulele scene over there.
Well, good. Well, we are glad you're here. And I mentioned when we talked yesterday about some people who actually join us every week from Australia. So I'm sure they'll be saying something in the comments. So I'll mention that when I see them. So with that, I'm gonna turn things over to you. And as we said, I've got your visuals ready. And
okay.
So everybody meet Chrissy.
Hi, everyone. Hi. So I guess I'll take it away with an original song. And this is Living My Best Life. Gold sand, paddleboards and shopping malls. Time don't exist here. Cold brews, pristine views and barbecues. You can see down to the bottom of the ocean. The water is crystal clear. Living my best life. Living my best life. Oh, living my best life. Living my best life. Fresh breeze, afternoons with G&T. Sunsets are the brightest colors in your paint box beaches, full of yoga poses. Living my best life, living my best life, oh, living my best life, living my best life, living my best life, living my best life, oh, living my best life, living my best life.
That is awesome. I love that. And I had mentioned that when we talked yesterday. So one of the cool things I get to do is, talk to people that are coming on, and in doing that, I get to just listen. I watch, find your stuff on YouTube and go to web pages and listen to songs. So I did listen to a lot of your stuff and just love the sound, just relaxed. I mean, and there's a lot of comments saying this is like the groove they listen to relax. So very, very cool.
Right. Well, that embodies the whole spirit of the ukulele, doesn't it? That's how it
Yes.
makes you feel. Makes you feel relaxed.
Yeah. So I think Chantel Riordan. She
Oh
said,
yeah, Chantel.
okay,
Yeah.
she's on. She says hello. Someone else was from
Fellow
New Zealand.
Melburnian.
What's that?
A fellow Melburnian.
Okay. Yes, that's what she said in the comments. So I'm going to switch over to a slightly different screen. This one here.
Oh yeah, we're getting into it now.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that because I mentioned right at the beginning, and you have just a really great sound. So one of the things that you do is workshops. So just wanted to, if you could share just a little bit about how that works and how people could see you if they want to take part in a workshop.
Yeah, well, I'm sort of running workshops now through the year. I've been teaching songwriting as one of my main workshops as a 4-week workshop, and I also do some one-off workshops, which is just like a 2-hour workshop in which you just learn the fundamentals, but you learn enough within that session to go away and write a song. So it's not something where you just handed a bunch of theory. It's not like that at all. You're given some really simple principles, and even if you don't even understand theory, you can still write a song. It's very practical, very formula based, and it's really been great. It's a very fulfilling thing to do, to teach songwriting and then have people come back and play their songs and have that confidence to deliver it as well. So I've been doing the songwriting ones, and I have also done some just one-off workshops, like 2-hour workshops on improvising and some beginner ukulele stuff, and what else? Yeah, some strumming ones as well. So I've been putting those up on my website, so you can hit me up on the website if you're interested in those, and I'd love to have anyone who's out there who's interested in that to come along and join.
Oh, that's great. Glenn Cameron says he's from, is it Geelong or Geelong?
Yeah, Glenn. Hi, Glenn.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to switch back to where we can see your visual. So they should be able to see that the Botany Pay page.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So I'll explain what I'm doing here. Someone suggested that I should do an Aussie song, like an Aussie folk song, because even though there's a few token Aussies on the field, I think, would I be correct in saying it's mostly a US-based audience?
Largely with quite a few Canadians.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, so this is a traditional Australian folk song, slightly high in my normal key, but we'll get through it. I chose this one particularly because it's in 3/4 time, which a lot of people know as a waltz feel. So most of our songs are in 4/4 time, like a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And so this is a 3/4 time, which has that waltz feel, like a 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so I don't know how many of you out there have a dropped G on your uke. I'm a big advocate of the dropped G. I just love it, but that's me. Particularly because of the kind of things that I do. I like to write a lot of songs that have, riffs and use this string here. I call this my bottom string. Some of you call it your top string, but I put a low G on that so I can kind of get notes out of it that sound a little bit like having a bass line. So coming from guitar, I like to have those lower notes up the top there, and then alternate that between my strumming. That works best. But even if you do have a high G, you can still learn the technique. It's not going to sound as good, but you can definitely learn the technique and play it. So in other words, I've put on the screen, you can see bass. So that's, if you get a low G, we can say that's bass. So we're just plucking that out, and then we're doing 2 downward strums. So it's actually fairly simple. So in other words, in Botany Bay, we're just doing a C chord. And what it would look like is we're picking out the G and then just doing 2 down strums. So pluck, down, down. It's pretty simple. Now, it might take, for those of you who are more on the beginner spectrum of playing, probably the hardest thing that you'll find there is the accuracy to pick out that note, without missing it. But fortunately, it's right there. It's not like you have to go into the, third, second, or first string. So it's not too hard. Okay? You can vary it. So if you do have like 2 bars of C, you might vary it between your 4th string and your 3rd string. So you might pick out the 4th string and then do 2 down strums and then go the 3rd string. So it has that alternating a lot of fun. And we can also do something like the 2nd strumming pattern there, and depending on your abilities, because I'm sure that there's a very broad section of players that are listening here. Some of that might be so easy for a lot of people. What I just showed you, it might be really, really easy, and then for other people it might be a little bit challenging. So for those of you who might be a little bit challenging for you, you could even just stick to the 1, 2 and 3 and 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 then if you have been playing for a bit longer, a bit more of a veteran on the uke, you could try doing that first note as a bass note. So you could be picking up the 4th string and then go 2 and 3 and boom, 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and boom, 2 and 3 and boom. And again, you could alternate between the 4th and the 3rd string. So there's a little bit for you to play with. You have a choice there when you go through this song what you would like to do. You could do the bass down, down. You could do the bass down, up, or you could do the alternating one. Now, the alternating one you tend to do if there's, say, 2 chords of 1 bar. So instead of doing, say we have C twice, instead of doing the 4th string for both of those C's, which you can do, and you can get away with it, but it sounds nicer. It gives a little bit of variety if we go from the 4 to the 3. And it's the same as if you've got an F chord, you can do the same thing. You can do 4, 3. That's if you have the 2 bars, and then... Okay, so it doesn't matter what chord it is, you can alternate if there's 2 or more chords. chord. So I guess that gives you a little bit of a grounding in the strumming pattern. Now, I think we're going to go over to the sheet music in a minute. So some people might want to should we get people to take a photo of that pattern with their phone? Just give them a
Sure.
couple of seconds to quickly grab a piece of paper and jot it down. You might actually find it's easier to take a photo of it or a screenshot.
Yeah, that's a great
That works
idea.
well. And that way you have it on reference. Some of you that are quick at picking things up will probably just do it by watching me. But I'll be talking you through it as we go along.
Okay, I'm going to switch over.
All right.
Alrighty.
So we've only got 3 chords in this song. Pretty simple. We've just got our C chord. We've just got our G7 chord. And then we have our F chord. Like so. So chances are if you're on here and if you've been playing songs on this online uke jam, you'll know all 3 of those chords. Shall we give it a whirl? What do you reckon? All right, let's.
Yeah.
So we're going to go. Farewell to old England forever. Farewell to my rum calls as well. Farewell to the well-known old baby, where I used to cut such a swell. And it goes back to the start, but different lyrics. There's a captain as in our commander. There's a bosun and all the ship's crew. There's the first and the second class passengers. Knows what we Paul convicts go through. Singing to rely, ooh, rely, adity. Singing to rely, ooh, rely, ay. Singing to rely, ooh, rely, adity. We're bound for Botany Bay. I'm going to jump to the 5th verse. Well, had I the wings of a turtle dove, I'd soar on my pinions so high, slap bang in the arms of my Polly love, and in her presence I'd die. Singing to rely, ooh, rely, adity. Singing to rely, ooh, rely, ay. Singing to rely, ooh, rely, adity. We're bound for Botany Bay. We just got 1 verse left. We'll do the 6th. Now all my young dukies and duchesses, take warning from what I've to say. Mind is all your own, as your judge says, or you'll find us in Botany Bay. Singing to rely, ooh, rely, adity. Singing to rely, ooh, rely, ay. Singing to rely, ooh, rely, adity. And we're bound for Botany Bay. There you have it. There's a little Aussie folk song for you.
That's great. I would bet most people hadn't heard that before, so that's kind of a nice thing to just learn
Yeah, most
something
people
new.
know Waltz and Matilda, but they don't know that one, and that's why I thought we'd do that one, and also the 3/4.
So I think there was a question I saw about the film score.
Yeah.
Just curious about that. If you could share, what does
Yeah.
that mean exactly?
What does it mean?
Well, I mean, what are you doing
I'll
with
be
regards to that? What's the
scoring the
work?
film. So
Yeah.
I'm finishing a documentary that I've been working on actually for the past 3 years. It's been a pretty big project. So for those of you who know me back in Oz, I worked as a pilot. I have a pilot's license, and also worked as an editor of a helicopter magazine for about 6 years. and I got to meet some really interesting people. And one of them was Australia's first female helicopter pilot, Rosemary Arnold, who's 86. She's still alive. She lives down in Port Fairy, and she's a very interesting lady. So I'd made a few films before then. I'd done some short films and a feature, and I decided to do a documentary on her. Just I started it before I moved out here, and now it's in the late stages of post-production. So I should be getting the fourth edit tonight, probably after I get off here, and I'll be watching through that. So once the edit is wrapped up, I'm planning to do a film score. I probably will team up with another composer. I don't have all my own gear to do it. Yeah, I'll probably lay down the basis for it on the uke, and then team up with another arranger composer, and do the score.
That's awesome. And that will be, where could we see that?
Ooh, okay. Well, after I'll probably finish it up in February, March, and I'm sort of deciding what to do with it, whether to just do it around the festival circuit, which I have just been on. So the timing for another project that I just finished, for a feature that I finished, and that was not what I was expecting because of COVID. All the festivals most of them just became online festivals, so you missed out on that whole you know sense of being at a festival and networking. So yeah, I'm not really sure whether the short answer is I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet, whether to kind of pitch it to a streaming service or whether to take it on the festival circuit once everything gets back up and running again.
Okay. Well, maybe we can have you back, like at the time that comes out, and you can talk
Love
more and tell us where it is.
Play a piece from it or something.
I can't believe. So we talked for almost an hour last night. It was supposed to be this quick, tech check, but we ended up talking for quite a while, and I can't believe we didn't talk about aviation. Just didn't come up. I fly just as a hobby, so we didn't talk about aviation.
You fly?
Just as a hobby, but yeah.
What?
Cessnas.
Cessnas? Okay.
I have a private. I have an instrument rating. I have a seaplane rating, a glider rating.
A what? Glider?
Glider.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've done a little bit.
So when you come to Florida to perform and do a house party here, we can go flying.
I'm down. I'm down.
All right. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And Chrissy is going to stay on the Facebook side of things. So if there's questions or if people want to chat with you, there was a question that Marcy had. She asked if you use a wound low G and what brand of strings you use.
Oh, that is a really, really good question because I got this in early March, late February. I recently got endorsed by Canalea, so you can see I've got my lovely super tenor here, and the strings came with the uke. I can't remember if they asked me at the time what my preference was. I think, off the top of my head, that it's Aquila. Actually, I could look. Just one second.
Yeah.
I'll see if there's an empty packet here somewhere. No, I can't see the packet that came with it, but I do think that they're Aquila. They're the ones I usually use.
Okay. And it's wound?
Yeah, I think so.
Like a metal guitar string?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. So there you go, Marcy. Well, again, thank you so much, folks. Ask questions, about her workshops, about her website. We listed that earlier, but again, it's chrissyukulele.com, and a lot of stuff there on the site. So check out that site, and feel free to chat with Chrissy in the Facebook chat. And really, thank you so much. It's been great getting to talk to you, and great having you here. We're really fortunate to have you.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks.
All right. You're so laid back. So relaxed.
I'm holding a uke.
I need some of that, yes. All right. We will talk soon and see you in the comments. Thanks,
Terrific.
Chrissy. Really appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. All right. Just a second. Let me get a few things straightened
Do I
out.
leave me?
All right. This is just so much fun. Thank you again, Chrissy. That was really good. So check out our website. Again, you can listen to our stuff on the site. You can download songs, but a lot of great sounding stuff there. So we are going to be doing something tonight. Let me switch over to this screen real quick. So we are going to be doing a giveaway. And I have a niece. Her name is Brittany, and she's watching. So Brittany, say hello in the comments, so I can see for sure what the name is. I can see who you are. But Brittany is my niece. Lives up in Georgia, and her friend are making these ukulele holders. They're a macrame ukulele holder, and we're going to be giving one away tonight. All you have to do is make a comment at some point. Just to make a comment. Sooner is probably better because I have to take all those comments and create little slips of paper and then draw from that. So just throw a comment. It could be where you're from. That's always a good one because then I can, add to our map. But it's a great little thing. Hangs on the wall and holds your uke. So make a Facebook comment. If you don't make a comment, you're not in the drawing. It's that simple. And then towards the end, they're going to do all that, and then we're going to announce the winner at the end. So that's awesome. If you want to buy one of these, that's the email address on the screen. So it's buykbcrafts@gmail.com, and send them a note if you're interested in one of those. And let me look real quick. Did she? Okay, she did. Brittany Sandberg. So in the comments, if you see Brittany Sandberg, that is my niece. She's awesome. So say hello and make a comment, and we'll draw that a little later tonight. All right. With that said, we'll go back full screen here. All right. We're going to do some percussions. I think there's some new folks here. I see some new names. So every week we try to do a few songs that have some percussion. So I have a little drum machine that plays. So we're going to do that. And the first one we're going to do is, have you ever seen the rain? But with percussions. So with that, let's see, are we all ready here? Let's go to core lyrics. Okay. All right. So, pretty slow beat on this. I'm just doing a pretty much just an island strum. So something like that. Don, I like your comment. Simply comment. All right, so that's what we're going for. I'm going to try to operate this drum machine. This is one of the drum things I downloaded, and there's different parts of the song, different drums for the chorus versus the verse, and I have to hit that just right with my foot at the right time. So let's cross our fingers. Let's hope I do that correctly. All right. So hello, Patty Silva. Hey, Susan. Hi, Cindy. All right, are you ready? Let's play some music. Ready? It's been coming for some time. wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Yesterdays and days before, sun is cold and rain is hot. I know, been that way for all my time, till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know, it can't stop, I wonder. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? All right. That was a good, nice, slow one to start out with. Warm the fingers up. Gwen, you are welcome. And I think that thank you is really for Chrissy. I would agree. Thank you, Chrissy, again. You got to check out her stuff. And I'm really disappointed I didn't know you were a pilot. We're going to have to talk again, because I think I'd like to hear some of the Australian aviation stories you have. Hello, Vicky from Naples. Welcome. All right, let's switch over to this. So that's our one percussion song. We're going to have one more a little later. I'm going to take headphones off because I don't need them now that we don't have a guest on or percussions on. So, hope everyone had a good week off. Oh, okay, so I'll tell you real quick what I was doing, then we'll go to a song. So, she is on here. Hello, Tracy. I saw you earlier and said hello. So, my friend Tracy, who was on Wednesday night a little while back, a couple months ago. Tracy Jane is her name. Very, just amazingly creative person. She writes songs, she writes plays. Well, she wrote a set of 4 plays that were performed down in Coconut Grove this past weekend. And before the play started, as just, some music as people were coming in. And during each play, Tracy lured me into performing with her and doing that. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later, the on book versus off book, whether you're using, chord sheets, lyric sheets to play, or whether you're kind of doing that from memory. So we'll talk about that a little bit. But it was fun. It was a great event. It was a little wet the first night, but the Saturday and Sunday were perfect. And it was a great event. And Tracy, you're pretty amazing. And thanks for thanks for having that. It was very strange because I'm certainly not a performer at all. So this was a very odd thing to do, to stand in front of people essentially on a stage and play. So that was a very different and new thing for me. So Tracy, thank you for stretching me. All right, so let's do a little Buffett. Here we go. All right, ready? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, and... I took off for a weekend last month just to try to recall the whole year. All of the faces and all of the places, wondering where they all disappeared. I didn't ponder the question too long. I was hungry, went out for a bite. Ran into a chum with a bottle of rum, and we wound up drinking all night. It's these changes in attitude, nothing remains quite the same. With all of our running and all of our cunning, if we couldn't laugh, we would all go insane. Reading departure signs in some big airport reminds me of the places I've been. Visions of good times that brought so much pleasure makes me want to go back again. If it suddenly ended tomorrow, I could somehow adjust to the fall. Good times and riches and son of a bitches, I've seen more than I can recall. It's these changes in latitude, nothing remains quite the same. With all of our running and all of our cunning, if we couldn't laugh, we would all go insane. G, F, C. Let me scroll that up just a little bit. I think about Paris when I'm high in red wine. I wish I could jump on a plane. So many nights I just dream of the ocean. God, I wish I was sailing again. Oh, yesterday's over my shoulder, so I can't look back for too long. There's just too much to see waiting in front of me, and I know that I just can't go wrong. Changes in latitude, changes in attitude, nothing remains quite the same. With all of our running and all of our cunning, if I couldn't laugh, I just would go insane. If we couldn't laugh, we just would go insane. If we were all crazy, we would go insane. Alright, that's really not in my vocal range, but neither's the next one. These songs are for you, not for me. Tracy Jane, lured? Well, maybe that's not the best choice of words. You convinced me. How's that? But it was fun. A lot of fun. All right, we're going to do Eleanor Rigby, as I just said. Not really my voice, but we're going to do it anyway. So, all right, so here we go. If you're joining late, we're having a giveaway today. So if you did not hear this in the beginning, all you have to do is make a comment. We're giving away this macrame ukulele holder made by my niece and her friend Kelly. So Brittany and Kelly are doing this. So just make a comment in the comment section on Facebook, and just a little bit later we'll be doing a drawing. They will be doing a drawing. Okay. Back to this. Great. All right, let me take a drink of water real quick. Okay. Are you ready? Here we go. I look at all the lonely people. I look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where the wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near, look at him working, darning his socks in the night when there's nobody's there. What does he care? All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? Ah, look at all the lonely people. Ah, look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came, Father Mackenzie, wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one will save all the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? So someone's asking about E minor 6. Let me scroll back up. We probably should have reviewed a couple of those chords. So the E minor 7 is really if you're making a G and lift up your ring finger, that's an E minor 7. And if you just slide that finger, instead of moving your middle finger, you can just drop your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. And that gives you your E minor 6. Hello, Christine from Frisco, Texas. Welcome. All right, bye, Chantel. Glad you could see Chrissy. We will see you next time. Thanks for coming. Alrighty, so how are we doing on time? Let's look to see what we've got here. I just got to time out when we're going to do this drawing. So we're going to have to say during this song will be the cutoff for the drawing. That'll give Brittany and Kelly time to do their thing, and then a little bit later we will pick a winner for that ukulele holder. All right, so this on the screen, this is one of the songs that we did down in Coconut Grove during Tracy's plays. So it's kind of a condensed, it's an abbreviated version of this song. So if you look at it, you're like, if you look at this song and say, that's not how it goes, you're right, but that's how it goes tonight. So we're going to do this. There's a few different things here. You'll hear it when we say, when we go right just before verse 2, there'll be a stopping strumming, and you'll just a tapping on the soundboard of the uke. There's also a couple spots where we just do a couple, down, up, down, ups and mix it up a little bit. So I'm not going to go too much into that, but just if you're doing an island strum straight through, that's fine. If you want to try some of these other things, either now and watching this, watching a recorded version of this, that is great as well. Alrighty. Alright, here we go. This is Vamp on C. Children behave, that's what they say when we're together, and watch how you play. They don't understand, and so we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand, trying to get away into the night. And then you put your arms around me and you tumble to the ground, and then you say, I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. Look at the way we gotta hide what we're doing, 'cause what would they say if they ever knew. And so we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand, trying to get away into the night. And then you put your arms around me and we tumble to the ground. And then you say, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of a heart is the only sound. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of a heart is the only sound. The beating of a heart is the only sound. Alrighty, so that's one we did. Tracy and I, live on a stage in front of a crowd, a small crowd, but it's weird. I tell you, people, for the people who are comfortable doing that and can memorize and do that all off book, I applaud you. I really do. That's something. All right, I need to switch. I need to change the drum machine. So I have something. Where is it? Right here. It's somewhere. 1 second. Close it. Oh, be right back. Here, I have a be right back slide. So let me fix the drum machine, and I'll be right back. All right. And just a reminder that Chrissy is in the comments. She's in the Facebook feed. So if anyone has any questions for her, she's hanging out just for that, to answer your questions and chat with you. So please, if you have something, ask away. All right. So let's go back to this. Yes. All right. So this is the continuation of the series of faster strumming. So this is about the 5th time we've done this, I think. Same song, and every time we do it 20 beats per minute faster. Because there's a lot of people learning. Karen Erica is asking if I ate. Karen, my question to you is, do I seem to be behaving in a manner that maybe I'm lacking food? Or are you just asking because you're being nice? All right. So we started this, I think, on 95 beats per minute, which was very, very slow. And then we're now at 175. So we're going to do this next week as well, and we're going to do 195, and then we're probably going to stop at 215. But it gets really, I think it's a good exercise because a lot of people have said the songs are too fast. Can you slow them down? So to that, I say, if you take a song that you know and you slow it down to, 2/3 speed or half speed, it really is it's tough because, to sing the words, it's slower singing, slower everything. So my solution to that was to do this and to kind of work through this program of playing the same song but playing it faster and giving you time. If you're learning how to strum faster, it really is just a thing you practice. The only thing I would really say about that, just since we're talking about this, is technique. So now I can stay on this screen. I have a close-up. But there's a lot of... Sometimes I will see somebody strum. I did this, I was guilty. And someone strums, and when they're strumming, right, they're way down here. Hand drops way down. Hand comes way up here. It's this, big hand motion. Well, it's hard to strum fast like that because it takes a long time to get from here down to here, down to here. So you're strumming. This is the only part of the ukulele right here, about 1.5 inches that makes noise. So if you can learn to, sort of do a strum like this, you can easily increase your strumming speed because your hand's not moving that much. That's why strumming seems hard, fast strumming seems hard, because if you're doing this, you simply can't get from top to bottom, bottom to top fast enough to go to that faster beat. So that would be my only advice. Strum small. Work on just that area where the strings are. Right? All right, here we go. Okay, wait. I'm getting a text message from my niece. Oh, we have a winner. Hey, Brittany, do you want to type that in the comments? That's interesting. This was not set up, I assure you. So Val Rowe, who is from Australia, is the winner for the ukulele, macrame ukulele holder. So Val Rowe, who is with us tonight, so from Australia. Chrissy, also from Australia. So total coincidence, but there must have been something in the air about Australia tonight. So Val, I don't know how this is going to work, but somehow you and Brittany and Kelly are going to connect, and they're going to get that to you. And pay hey Brittany, I will cover the shipping cost, because that's going to be a little bit more going to Australia. I think you picked the most expensive winner. All right, Brittany, but yes, I will cover the shipping. Just let me know how much that is. All right, so here we go. So hot tamales. Let's go back to this. And thank you again, Brittany. I'm going to show this one more time, just because they were kind enough to give that away. This is what we gave away tonight. Not the ukulele, but the holder, the macrame holder. So if you are interested in one of those for a gift or for yourself, email Brittany and Kelly at that email address right there, by kbcrafts@gmail.com, and they can set you up with that. So, all right, so now back to hot tamales. So again, we started at 95 beats per minute. Now we're up to 175. So it's getting faster. And it actually sounds a little better because this is a fast song. It's meant to be played and sung fast. So I have the drum machine ready, I believe. All right, so let's just vamp on C for a second. See, it's getting fast, huh? So that's that first line will sound something like that. All right, are you getting that? I know it's fast. Wait till we go to 195. Wait till we go to 215. It's gonna be blazing fast. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, and. Hot tamales in the red eye, yes, she got 'em for sale. Hot tamales in the red eye, yes, she got 'em for sale. I got a girl, she's long and tall, she sleeps in the kitchen with her feet in the hall. Hot tamales in the red eye, yes, she got 'em for sale. I mean, yes, she got 'em for sale. Yeah! See? Verse 2. Hot tamales in the red eye, yes, she got 'em for sale. Hot tamales in the red eye, yes, she got 'em for sale. She got 2 for a nickel, 4 for a dime. Would sell you more, but there ain't none of mine. Hot tamales in the red eye, yes, she got 'em for sale. I mean, yes, she got 'em for sale. Yeah! Hot tamales in the red eye, yes, she got 'em for sale. Hot tamales in the red eye, yes, she got 'em for sale. The Billy got back in a bumblebee nest. Ever since then, he Yes, she got 'em for sale. You know Grandma loves them and Grandpa too. Well, I wonder what in the world these children gonna do. Hot tamales in the red hot. Yes, she got 'em for sale. I mean, yes, she got 'em for sale. And right back to the beginning. Hot tamales in the red hot. Yes, she got 'em for sale. Hot tamales in the red hot. Yes, she got 'em for sale. I got a girl, she's long and tall. She sleeps in the kitchen with her feet in the hall. Hot tamales in the red hot. Yes, she got 'em for sale. I mean, yes, she got 'em for sale. Alright, so that's 175. You can count them if you want, but I'm basing it off the dial in the drum machine that says it's 175. So hopefully that's fun, and hopefully that's helping a little bit. I know that seems a little crazy, but I was kind of asked, well, people wanted to learn how to strum faster, so we're just gradually progressing your strumming speed. So who was comfortable with that? Who was comfortable playing at that speed? The nice thing is there's no chorus versus verse. It's just the same thing over and over. So once you get that pattern, and once you get your fingers to kind of dance around the A and A7, I don't know, it's kind of fun. Anyway, we're going to do it again next week. Faster, faster. And now we're going really slow. With a Christmas song. What do we have? How many shopping days till Christmas? 8 shopping days till Christmas. So Patty, it made your arm tired. So again, try to work on moving your arm less. It's more of your strumming really is going to be, or could be, should be, more of this, right? If you look at my forearm, right? My forearm is barely moving. I'm not going like this. It's this. And you can really strum fast. Yes. And the smaller strums. Exactly. If you really don't need to go probably more than a ½ inch above or below your top and bottom strings. Just keep it small. Keep it small. All right, so we're going to do Dreaming of a White Christmas really slow. And again, I'm fairly new to the whole ukulele thing. So the advice I give is not from anyone trained in music. It's just kind of telling you, I don't know, what I experienced since it's fairly recent. But when you're doing like an island strum to this, let's say you did, just put some passion in it. You know, you're going to go a little harder on the strings in some spots and you're going to stop in other spots. Just work on kind of feeling that rhythm that maybe just feels like it should go with it. You could play it straight, same tempo, same weight of your strum all the way through, but just try to mix it up a little bit. Bah, Andy. No. All right, here we go. Are we ready? Let's look at chords here. So C minor, just to take a look at what C minor is, that's just barring that 3rd fret. Not all 4 strings, everything but the G string on the 3rd fret. And when we get to that part, we'll be where the treetops glisten and children listen, right? So just try to feel it a little bit. All right, here we go. And any other chords? Nope, G7, C, D, A minor. Nope. Really, C minor is probably the only one that you're not entirely familiar with. So, here we go. All right. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas Oh, wait a second. I almost did that this time. Greg, you need to remember to put the chords and lyrics on the screen. That's very helpful to people watching at home. All right. All right, now we'll start. See, I take a week off and I forget how this thing is supposed to go. Thank you, guys. Rose, Andy, yes. We remedied that fairly quickly, but sorry about that. See, Andy, that proves I'm certainly not a professional. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. That's my, that's Bing Crosby, right? Anyway, hope that's a fun one. Stephen, and I would have fully refunded everything you paid. You have my word on that. Every penny you paid, I would fully refund. All right. Oh, and this is the last song. Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about. Let's see. Oh, one other thing I wanted to talk about. So much to talk about. So I just got a phone call today. I ordered this. There's a company, I believe they're in Minnesota, called Bonanza Ukuleles. So I ordered this. They make them custom. So you can pick your wood, you can pick your shape, you can pick all sorts of things. So I got a pear shape Oreo thin line ukulele. So that's it. If you look at that side view, you can see the outside is walnut, black walnut, and that inside piece is aspen. So it's really cool. They were really sweet because they called and they said, hey, it's done. We'd like to ship it to you, but our experience shipping during Christmas is bad. I'm like, why is that? She said, because there's so many temporary workers working for all the packing companies, and things just break. She said they have more stuff break in the 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas than all year long. So that was nice. So I said, okay, so hold on to it. So they're going to ship this to me after Christmas. But it's really cool. I'm looking forward to getting that in my possession. Because as we all know, you can't have enough ukuleles, right? So one thing, so I kind of mentioned this with the thing I did last weekend with my friend Tracy. We played music as intermission and to start a series of plays, play night that she was producing. And these had to be off book. So off book means you're not, you're memorizing. You're not looking at your chords and lyric sheet. And I learned that way, and I swear, for me it's a crutch, right? I look at an iPad, it's got scrolling chords and lyrics, and that's how I play and that's how I learn. And for me to play a song from memory, I'm having to really sort of break away from the iPad. So this was probably good for me because it made me do that. But I thought this might be a good thing to try. If you've been here on Wednesdays a lot, right? We play this song typically almost every single time, I think, except one time. We play this as the last song. So it's the same chords, fairly simple lyrics, because the chorus and verse repeat just back and forth. There's not different choruses really. So I think this would be a good one to try. To try without looking, or even if it's not today, to try to learn maybe this song and be able to play the whole song without looking at the chords and lyrics. I've noticed this with myself. Someone says, "Oh, Greg, you play the ukulele," and I say, "Yeah, I do." They're like, "Well, play something." So for me to play a song for somebody, what do? You get out your uke, and then you get out your iPad, and then you open the iPad and you open On Song, and then you scroll through On Song to find the song, and then you hit the play button to start scrolling, and then finally the song starts, and by then, people have left. They're already in their car and they're driving home because it took you so long to play a song. So if you're learning, I would try to do this. I should have done this sooner. So now I'm doing it now. So try to do this. I'm going to let it scroll because not everybody might want to do that. But just try to do that. If you look, it's just, the chorus is just C and F. So that's pretty straightforward. The verse just adds a G in there. So if you were going to memorize a song, this is probably a pretty good one to memorize. You can see that, just C, F, C, F, C, F. Okay, so Don Hartman Sullivan. Yes, it is a tenor. My hands just don't fit on a concert very well, so pretty much except for one uke, pretty much I only buy tenors, but that's me and my hands. I'm looking at a couple comments here. Jane, you're right about being off book, but it's also practice. All right, so here we go. Let's just vamp on C for a moment. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Singing don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet song of melodies pure and true, saying this is my message to you. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smiled with the rising sun. 3 little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. This is my message to you. This is my message to you. Okay, so practice that. See if you can just put that to memory and play that without looking at anything. I want to give a huge thank you again to Chrissy, Christina, Chrissy Ukulele. Just thank you so much for giving of your time and your talent to share with us tonight. Greatly appreciate it. It was awesome. So we would love to have you back, and I really do want to talk about flying and aviation with you. So let's make that happen. I also want to thank Brittany and Kelly for donating the macrame ukulele holder. That's very nice, and there's the information if you want to look that. You can watch this back, and their website's there. Not website. Their email address was on screen. And thank you, as always, to Dick Wilson, who does just an amazing job putting together all the promotions, all the ads that we put on Facebook for this Wednesday night event. So it's just super nice, Dick, that you donate your time and do that. So thank you very much. I hope everyone had a really good time. That's Christina Hogarth in the comments saying thank you. Thank you, really. Hope you had a really good time. And we will do this. I know next Wednesday is the 23rd, and that's getting close to Christmas, but we are going to do this next Wednesday. So please join us. No guest next week. We're giving guests the holidays off. I didn't even try to round up a guest for next week. But we will be here 7 p.m. Eastern time on the 23rd. Thanks, y'all. Have a great week. Be safe, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope it's a good season for you. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.